we have a marker and a memorial here in Newport to remind us to stay alert and to be ready. We've honored the great loss of life in Japan, and we recognize the ties that we have across the Pacific Ocean. And we embrace the future with readiness and respect for the powers of nature. So while this is the end of one story, of the story of this dock, it is the beginning of what we must do to keep the Pacific Rim communities connected and safe. The plaque here reads, "This monument is dedicated to those who lost their lives in Japan's Tohoku earthquake and tsunami on March 11, 2011. It honors the multitude of lives saved by the preparedness efforts of the Japanese government and its people. May this dock's transoceanic journey remind us of the great power of the ocean to shape our lives, binding us to our natural world and to each other. Dedicated by the community of Newport, Oregon on March 2013. And here it is in Japanese.
この日は2011年3月11日に日本を襲った東日本大震災による地震と津波で命を失った人々に捧げるものです。また日本政府とその国民の災害に備える知恵や努力により多くの命が救われたことを称えるものでもあります。太平洋をさまよい遥かとなる偉大な力であることを思い起こさせ、我々を自然界へと結びつけ、そして
Yeah, well, people of Japan in the beginning were worried that this might cause a nuisance or a problem for the people in Newport, but we found out they are very receptive and even welcome this dog. So I'd like to say thank you very much to the people of Newport for such kind reception of this and having this as a monument for tsunami awareness. Well, Japan is an earthquake-prone country. All over Japan, we have a lot of earthquakes. So, well, since many years ago, Japan is prepared for earthquakes, and so even with this magnitude 9 giant earthquake, the building, most of the buildings were still okay. I mean, but most of the tsunami was something beyond our expectation or beyond our preparedness. So, most of the victims are by tsunami, not by earthquake. So we learned a lesson, and now we are preparing more for tsunami. So anyway, natural disasters are something unpredictable and something people can never be prepared, but we should do our best, and I hope people of Oregon will do their best too.
It's a lesson of friendship and a lesson of world community. Our world is getting smaller, and our connection to the ocean and what the ocean can do to us and what it does for us and across the ocean is very important. And we have learned a lot from the Japanese and how they're prepared for earthquakes. You know, millions of lives were saved. A lot of lives were lost, but many more lives were saved by their preparedness efforts and their recognition of the power of a tsunami and earthquake. And we need to learn a lot from that, and we have learned a lot from that, and we need to continue moving forward with our tsunami preparedness. Being the mayor is a volunteer job.
Like all the walls and things, it's kind of neat. I do it every day. I think it's great for the more folks that we get in here in Oregon.
You know, one thing that we did learn from the event 2 years ago is just how do we prepare better here at the Hatfield Marine Science Center and in Newport. And the one thing we learned was we have a lot of people here at different times. How do we get them to high ground? So the walk starts here at the remnant of the dock that was from Misawa, and it then loops up along Hatfield or the Marine Science Drive with about 10 different markers. It tells you you're now 10 minutes from high ground, you're now 6 minutes. So it gives people a pace if they did have to evacuate. Just being prepared and having a plan is the best thing that you can do if you're in a tsunami zone. Whether you're visiting here, living here, working here, it's just knowing where to go. It happens very quickly if it's a big event, and there's going to be a lot of kind of panic. And what you have to get kind of ingrained in yourself is as soon as the ground starts shaking, move to high ground. So the idea of the path is for those people who are not familiar with the area, they know where to go. We're just trying to help point them. One thing we were looking at is 2 weeks ago when we had the Seafood and Wine Festival. We have a lot of people down here in South Beach. And I know some of the people who have worked on the path are interested in querying the vendors at the Wine and Seafood Festival to see, okay, did you notice the signs? Do you know where to go? And we hope that just by promoting the signage more, people will understand that.